Hey guys, it's Jacqie Crafty. You're on my stop of the telephone hop for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. This is Team Scrappy Shenanigans. I have just followed Christy, who handed me this masterpiece. Very intimidated, but I was also very inspired. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take her layers of mixed media. I'm going to kind of tone them down a little and use just one medium in 3 ways. Basically, I'm going to do some distress oxides. And then, as you can see, I have an array of things on my desk. I recently got some goodies from the Redefined Creative shop that I think I'm going to play with because I really love these pretty little studio stitching stickers and their labels and these freckled fawn hearts. So I'm going to play with those. A friend of mine sent me these clear stickers that are all tickets. I'm going to play with those. And some other stuff just on my desk. This trimming, these 2 random chipboard buttons. Just kind of all stuff that coordinated a little piece of scrap of ribbon. I have my loose ephemera that is not in a collection anymore right here. And then I went and pulled a bunch of papers, some One Canoe 2. This is just from a random paper pad. So this is a DCWV mini paper pad from a long time ago. Some Cocoa Vanilla Studio Legendary. And I grabbed some doilies as well. I think I'm gonna play. And we'll see what I can come up with. I love the way her mixed media is. Like I said, I'm going to tone it down a little bit. But we're going to do lots of turquoise blues and then pops of pink and black is what we're going to do. Because I have this one last photo of this event that I need to get scrapped for, I think one of my nieces this one's for. I can't remember who I've done a page for. It doesn't matter anyway. But yeah, so then we're just going to layer up some embellishments and tuck and have fun, right? That's the point. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to keep Christy's lovely inspiration up in the right-hand corner while I start trying to work my magic. I'm starting with a bunch of different blues, and this is actually weathered wood. So depending on what it's paired with, it doesn't look blue, but sometimes it does. It looks kind of like a gray. It actually ends up turning into like a tannish, which is very interesting after I oxidize it with some water and stuff. But I'm just doing packaging technique and creating similar shape of where the mixed media is gonna go. So I can't remember for sure, and of course I started reorganizing my scrap room again, just little things, but of course it was my oxide. So I know for a fact I used tumbled glass, mermaid lagoon, peacock feathers, weathered wood. I think that's it for the blues. I might have used, no, I don't think I did Stormy Sky, Broken China. No, for this part, I used those colors. And then, so yeah, I'm just keeping the diagonal because I like that feel, the diagonal, and then something up on the upper right. And then I'm doing something on the lower left to kind of counteract the diagonal going of the mixed media going the top left to bottom right. Then I've got those little notches essentially. So I gessoed the paper before I started, and I'm just kind of smushing and then spraying and spreading and just playing with it until I like the way it looks. Here it is all dried, a lot more subtle than it looked before. So now I also want to do some stenciling and some stamping. So I want to put together my photo and what the cluster is first so that I don't waste my time and basically do a ton of stamping and then it gets all covered up. So I want to be more strategic about where I put it. It's just a preference. I could have just guessed and then hope for the best, but so I'm taking all those papers and just cutting them into a 3.5 square because I like the diagonal idea. And I think I watched a video from Jen, Kay's mom. It's from, I think it was from September or something, not too long ago. And she did, and so I kind of got inspired outside of my inspiration that for the telephone hop as well. But she did a layout using she was doing 6x6 pads, I believe. And so she was layering up squares like this and doing a diagonal. So I wanted to do that to keep that because Christy's layout has tons of ephemera and layers and just things tucked here and there. So I wanted to emulate that, but I don't have a lot of ephemera that I'm dealing with. Or little icons. And sometimes, I mean, I said I had that whole thing next to me of ephemera. I'm lazy though sometimes, and I don't want to search through all of it. It's not organized the best way, and actually now it's not even in that bin since I've reorganized a little bit. I'm just still trying to like adjust and figure out what's best. But right now I'm taking picked raspberry and putting it through this little stencil. I think it's like a Cartabella or an Echo Park stencil. I don't remember which one. I always throw the packaging away. But it's just little little crosses. And then now I'm going to take Chipped Sapphire and use this kind of chicken wire looking stamp from the grunge set. You can see it right there that I got from the Redefined Creative Shop as well, and just kind of stamping that. So then I've used my my oxides in the smooshing technique. I've stenciled with it, and now I've also stamped with it. So creating layers of mixed media, but using just one medium. So I layered all those up, and now I did stamping. So now I'm going to just start tucking some random things and just finding where I can put things at. I wanted to use this little ribbon, and some of this does end up looking slightly random and not super, but it just all pulls together and basically makes like the center where the photo is one big embellishment clustered area, and then I've got my lower left and my upper right little spots. So that's kind of where I find the balance of these random places. Because I have that random piece of ribbon I'm going to stick down there. I'm going to tuck a few things up by it too. But right now what I'm doing is I'm taking those stitches. So at first I started taking this like turquoise teal marker to draw in the corners, and I was like, no, why don't I use the stitching stickers? And so I did a turquoise crisscross on one top corner, or the top corner or bottom corner, one of the two, one corner, and then I did the darker blue on the other corner, and then I started cutting up this like dashed line of the pink and putting one in each spot, and then putting some around the photo, and then also some crisscross of the pink around the photo, because I figured there's plenty of blue around the photo. It's more the pink that I want to highlight and pop up. And then I just cut a doily in half, going to tuck that, because I really like the circle element in Christie's. And I really originally started thinking about possibly stitching on my page and taking it to the sewing machine. But I really liked this idea to use up some of these random things that are on my desk all the time that I want to use up. Like this is all I have left of these title stickers. So I use up all the little squares or little crisscrosses. I do this photo, so I just have big, and then I don't use the yellow crisscross. I lied. So I just have big and then a heart and then a yellow crisscross left. So that's going to stay on my desk to stare at me until I can finish it up. But I'm just going to scatter that, and I'm going to scatter some of these stars from this Pretty Little Studio label pack, because I really wanted some more pops of black, and then tuck some labels in here and there. I'm literally just kind of plopping and tucking and seeing where things look good. More of these stickers that are the tickets. I really like them. They're really, really fun. And I'm just kind of picking out the blues, and then if there's a pink, trying to stick to those colors, and then pops of black. So yeah, the telephone hop, Secret Not Secret Kit Club, they haven't done it for a while, and I think it sounds like this might be kind of our last one for a while. I am relatively new to the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. Here I'm putting those buttons. I needed to use those up because I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to use them. They had a nice texture and added some color. So what you got to do is, if you're at me and I'm your first one, you got to go to the beginning of who started this, and we're posting one each day, and then you can see how the layout morphed. And now I haven't seen anybody else's, and I'm not allowed to until we're all done. So by the time you see these videos, we will have seen them, hopefully. Or I might just have to watch the videos myself as well. It depends on where we get at social media and looking and having the time to take a check. But and then I will be passing my layout on to Shannon Blinn, so you can check out her. She'll also be linked down below. I'll have everybody linked and the dates that they are going to be posting, so that way you know. If you are on schedule and watching this, you know which one's which. And then if you are watching this after we've all posted, you know which order to go in. But that is what I got. So I'm going to journal on this little label over here on the left. And then I am going to go back in because I realize, like, oh, I still have that mark of teal down in the corner that just looks like an accident. So I'm going to make it look purposeful. And there you have it. So here's some close-ups. Thanks again for watching, you guys, and make sure you tune in tomorrow to see Shannon Blinn's take on my layout. Thanks again, guys. Bye.